do you mind telling me just like a tiny little snippet of
Yeah.
like how it shifted your clarity and how it shifted things for you?
Yeah, it's a great question. The first thing I'd say is like it was really hard for me to start my work days, even though I like what I do and I've chosen what I do. I don't feel like victimized by it or anything. It was really hard for me to get going.
Mm-hmm.
And now with this office, like I just feel good in it. Like I feel
Mm-hmm.
plush, I feel lush. You really encourage me to get different textures, like softness. And so right off the bat, that I bought a lot of art. I bought like art
Mm-hmm.
that matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have this routine of like keeping flowers on my desk, lighting a candle, turning my diffuser on, and all of that combined with the amazing chair you recommended. um it's just easy for me to start my days. So that's
Mm-hmm.
like the biggest, I would
Mm-hmm.
say. Well, one of the biggest. um Another one is, you had mentioned this, but like by turning my desk to the CEO position,
Mm-hmm.
I I'm I'm like welcoming people into my space.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had my first local client. Like usually I do online business, but someone locally came and met me in my office.
Oh,
Yeah,
yay.
which previously like we would have met in the living room, if at all, locally, Also, that CEO position of the desk, it's like my attention's on the rest of the house, which
Mm-hmm.
I like. I feel like the queen of the house. Like I just kind of know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, which I imagine like a CEO would have that with like an office, like
Mm-hmm.
an office space. Mine's like my house. But yeah, it's like yeah, queen vibes. Like I have my attention on what's happening. Like this inner sense of I feel worthy. I mean, it's so simple in a certain way, but just of surrounding myself with nice things and sitting on a nice chair and looking at beautiful things, I feel like more in power, more more competent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like maybe it's a psychological thing. Whereas although I've been my own boss for years, I suddenly like feel like a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is different than just like managing my own time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're embodying boss energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you're treating yourself like a boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the woman who ran her own wealthy estate or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It has
Mm-hmm.
that vibe to me where it's like business, but also family. It's like everything's kind of interwoven because my
Mm-hmm.
attention's on it all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm in this like beautiful, comfortable chair and kind of seeing like this needs to change or this needs to change, and like delegating and moving and seeing from a center spot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and it has given you clarity for your business and stuff.
It definitely had me, I would say it definitely had me get my business off the ground. It
Mm-hmm.
gave me the like power and momentum to get it off the ground, whereas I've been thinking about it a long time.
Mm-hmm.
um and also in a backwards way, like I have had a lot of clarity on my business, and there's pieces that aren't clicking together yet for my business.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like previously that kind of like not quite clicking was a lot of areas in my life, including my office.
Mm-hmm.
And now that my office is clicked, it's more noticeable that places in my business are not clicked,
Okay, right,
because I'm
right.
like, oh, I am used to a new level of like steady, clicked in flow, gorgeous, landed. And I'm like, there are pieces of this that are not that yet. And I don't like that.
Mm. I love that. I love how you explain that. That
Good.
you know when something feels off and you're not going to stand for it, like you're going to address it.
Yeah. And I
So
don't I
that
don't have the answers yet. Like I want to have the answers for my business. And the truth is they're not fully there yet. But I'm like, it doesn't need to feel this way. Like it
Mhm.
can feel better.
Mm,
It's supposed to feel better.
I
Yeah.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that.